Ever had a question about how to build wealth, grow a business, or just improve your financial situation, only to be met with an answer that seemed a bit too simple or counterintuitive? Well, you're not alone. Sometimes the answers that seem a bit offbeat or paradoxical end up being not just effective, but crucial to our success. Hey champs, today we're diving into something I call the paradox of profits. Now, I'm not just talking about financial profits here. I'm talking about profiting from any aspect of life that greatly impacts your productivity. This includes gaining benefits, advantages, or improvements in any area. We'll explore why these paradoxes are so powerful and how they can unlock the true potential of your life and business. If you are all about making smart financial and productive decisions, you want to stick around till the end to discover how to identify the paradox benefits. Be sure to join the MoneyMind Quest champs by smashing the subscription button. Get ready to stay wealthy? Let's roll. So what exactly is a paradox? It's a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement that, when you dig deeper, actually turns out to be true. Think of it like this: it might sound strange, but there's often a nugget of truth in what seems contradictory. Now, let's break down the concept of profits too. Traditionally, profits mean financial gain from investments, but it can also refer to benefits in a broader sense. For instance, the Bible talks about how in all labor there is profit, even if it's just a little. Let's start with the paradox of sacrifice. The first paradox is that true profitability often comes from being willing to sacrifice. Think about a farmer who plants seeds. They must let go of the seeds, place them in the ground, and wait. They sacrifice immediate control and visible results, but their patience and sacrifice eventually lead to a bountiful harvest. Similarly, in business and life, those who achieve significant profits are usually those who have made substantial sacrifices up front. They've worked long hours, taken risks, and sometimes faced significant setbacks before seeing their rewards. It's about the willingness to sacrifice now for the gains later. Next up, we have the paradox of peace. You might think that peace comes from avoiding conflict, but the truth is, genuine peace often results from a readiness to confront and fight for what's right. In both personal life and business, if you shy away from tough conversations or necessary battles, you might end up inviting bigger problems. It's like this peace doesn't mean the absence of conflict, but rather the ability to handle conflict effectively. Being willing to stand your ground and address issues head-on can lead to a more lasting and meaningful peace. Now, let's talk about the paradox of power. It might sound strange, but real power often comes from the ability to yield. In many situations, especially in leadership, the most effective leaders are those who know when to let go, delegate, and respect higher authorities. It's about balancing authority with humility. In the military, a private can have more immediate authority than a major if they're carrying out orders from a general. Similarly, in business or life, sometimes yielding to a higher power or principle can give you greater authority and effectiveness in your own domain. The paradox of power illustrates that true power often comes from identifying when to yield, not just to exert control. For instance, consider Bill Gates, who initially led Microsoft to incredible success, but later chose to step back from daily operations, delegating leadership to others. This act of surrendering day-to-day control allowed him to focus on broader strategic goals and philanthropic efforts. Gates' willingness to entrust others with leadership not only empowered his successors, but also demonstrated that genuine power lies in the ability to let go of personal control for the greater good. By relinquishing some of his direct influence, Gates amplified his impact, proving that true power often emerges from the surrender of self in favor of empowering others. This paradox highlights how an abundance of knowledge or a deep familiarity with a subject can sometimes obscure one's ability to recognize its full potential. When you're deeply immersed in a field or an area of expertise, you can become so focused on the intricacies and established frameworks that you lose sight of innovative possibilities. This phenomenon often leads to analysis paralysis, where the sheer volume of information and the weight of expertise create a mental gridlock. Instead of thinking creatively and exploring new avenues, you're bogged down by details and predefined patterns, unable to venture beyond the conventional boundaries. In essence, the more you know, the more you might find yourself trapped by your own understanding. This can stifle creativity and hinder problem solving, as the familiarity with standard practices and established norms makes it challenging to envision alternative solutions or new potentials. To counteract this, it's crucial to occasionally step back and approach the subject with a fresh perspective, embracing uncertainty and allowing space for innovative thinking. This means deliberately setting aside your expertise to explore uncharted territory and question the assumptions that might be limiting your vision. Sometimes people with less specialized knowledge or experience can offer fresh perspectives that experts might overlook. Their different viewpoints can challenge entrenched thinking and uncover new potential. For instance, a layperson might ask questions that seem basic to an expert, but actually reveal fundamental assumptions or opportunities for innovation. Finally, let's discuss the paradox of persuasion. Here's the twist: the key to persuasion is often putting others' needs first. Instead of focusing solely on making a sale or getting what you want, if you focus on genuinely solving others' problems and meeting their needs, the results often come back to benefit you. People are naturally inclined to buy what solves their problems. If you're truly focused on their needs rather than just your own gain, you'll find that your success follows naturally. It's about being selflessly helpful rather than aggressively pursuing your own goals. To identify the paradox potential for profit, start by analyzing scenarios where initial investments or sacrifices seem to contradict conventional wisdom but hold promise for future gains. Look for patterns where delaying gratification or pursuing less obvious paths leads to higher returns. Evaluate situations where traditional metrics of success don't immediately apply, such as investing in employee development or long-term research. By focusing on these unconventional approaches, you can uncover opportunities where short-term challenges pave the way for substantial long-term profits. Examine how seemingly counterintuitive actions can actually lead to significant gains. Perform a result comparative analysis. Look at the plausible outcomes of unconventional approaches versus traditional methods. This method can be particularly useful in art and science, where structures and creativity are defined and integrated in different ways. When assessing opportunity cost, consider what you're giving up now versus the potential future benefits. Choosing to forego immediate income for skill development, for instance, might seem costly, but it can lead to substantial future earnings. To assess counterintuitive propositions effectively, take your time. Don't rush into decisions or ideas. Instead, think about them first thing in the morning with a clear mind, as this can offer fresh perspectives. Avoid discussing these ideas with overly logical individuals or dream killers until you've developed them further. Their skepticism might cloud your vision before you've had the chance to fully explore and validate your concept. By carefully evaluating and allowing your ideas to mature, you'll be better equipped to leverage the paradox of profit and achieve greater success. These seemingly counterintuitive ideas can transform your approach to business and life. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to join the champs on the MoneyMind quest. Share this with someone who could use a bit of paradoxical wisdom in their life. Check out this next video, and thanks for watching.